Guys, this is True here, bringing you a first impressions play of Valiant Hearts, The Great War by Ubisoft. This is the Xbox One version that I'm playing. It is available on Xbox Live Arcade for the 360, and it is available on PS4 and I believe PS3 as well. There's probably not going to be much difference between any of the versions, as it's obviously well within the capabilities of all the machines. Now, with these first impressions playthroughs, I always like it to be my first playthrough of the game, but unfortunately my DVR decided to throw a wobbler, and half the footage that I did record was completely corrupted, so not really fit to use. So this is a second playthrough of it, but you still get the gist of it. It's set in World War I, and it's a story about how the war impacts everybody really, but it centres around 5 characters. I've only played a couple of them so far, but as the game starts off here, you can see that the war's being declared, and the French decide to deport all Germans from France. And we go to Carl, who's one of the playable characters, although I don't actually play as him in this video. He's obviously, I don't know if he's married to the lady there, but he's obviously in a relationship with her and got a child, and he gets deported, gets a deportation order, and there's the French army, or is it the police force, I don't know, who have come to deport him from the country. So even before a shot's been fired or anything, a family is being torn apart. Then to top it all off, you got several days later, Emile, who is the lady's, I'd say probably his father, he gets called up to the French army, so he has to leave for war as well, leaving the farm and the poor lady there and child completely by themselves.
A few days after Carl was deported,
I love the narration of the game straight off the bat, because I mean, it really sets the scene really well. The voice works very good as well, and the game's got an amazing style to it. I believe it actually uses the same engine or that Rayman Legends and Rayman Origin uses, and anybody who's played those games will know that they look amazing, like cel-shaded graphics. Now I'm actually on now. This is the actual gameplay. Not much to start off with, because it does follow the story literally through there. So obviously arrived at the camp there. Now each level has, if you pause the game, has historical facts which tell you a little bit about what's going on there. So there is quite a lot of historical information in there. Second screen here is collectibles. You'll see me get all the collectibles on the stages that I play here, because I did find them on my first playthrough. And you do also have a hint section and a diary section, which there you can see all the playable characters in the game. You'll see me play as the top 2 characters. I don't know who the other 3 are, well, other than Carl, who you saw, the blonde German guy who got deported at the start. The other 2, I have no idea who they are at this stage. But obviously he's going through the base here to get kitted out. Quick costume change, and he's now going on to the assault course. It's basically a puzzle-based adventure action kind of game. From the levels I've played up to now, it's pretty basic action and pretty basic puzzle solving, but I'm sure it might get complicated, a lot more complicated later on as further than we play. So it's just an assault course. You've got to negotiate, just learning basic combat skills. Control wise, I've only got 2 buttons. You've got the X button, which does that attack button there, and you've got A, which interacts with objects and picks them up. Throw grenades, left trigger, pick the trajectory, hate that word, and throw the grenade. And there's my first collectible. The collectibles seem to appear in order as well, so if you do miss one, you know which collectibles it's in between. Second grenade task here, we're going to throw it over throw it over a obstacle. Yeah, the PVR doesn't seem to like this game. It's just jutting again there, but it's holding together so far. That's the basic training completed. And I've got to raise the flag, but I'm just going to go pick that collectible up just to the right there first of all. And then we raise the tricolor. I mean, it's very atmospheric. Really impressed with this.
My dear Marie, we are on our way to Paris. The atmosphere here is strangely cheerful.
I mean, again, the voice acting's really good. I would have, only criticism I would have liked to that, I mean, obviously I don't know if it carries on throughout the game, is that I'm supposed to be talking as him there, writing a letter. Why is he speaking in an English accent? Would have been better if he had a French accent. A French-English accent, or maybe even a spoken French with subtitles. That would have been better. Just added a bit more, what's the word? A bit more authenticity to the game. Really, it would have set the mood a little bit better. Now, this second section of the first chapter is there's the second playable character who plays an American guy. You don't like him getting beaten up, so you've got to try and save him. And you start off by pulling the chain on the train, which blasts the first group with steam. Progress further, I've got to give that guy a bottle of white wine, but that's red, which you use to throw and get the whistle, which is the next collectible. So you swipe the white wine off the guy's table and give him the wine to progress. I mean, it is basic puzzle stuff. But this game's more about, I think it's going to be more about the experience and story rather than the actual really complicated gameplay. I mean, it's going to be a good game behind it all, but it is going to be more about the experience and the story, really, because it is really good and got a lot of detail in it. Now this section is a simple puzzle where you've got to tell the band to play in the correct order in order to start playing, which in turn gets the guy to move away from the ladder. And I'm just checking my collectibles there. Just can't remember where the next collectible is. But yeah, the band makes the guy move away from the ladder, and it also moves the steam engine driver out of the driver's cabin. I was going to say cockpit then, but you don't really get a train cockpit, do you? But the train driver's cabin. That's all my collectibles collected for this first part. And you just go along here, go on the roof. There's the train driver getting down to go listen to the music. Quick pull on the lever, blast the other French guys who are giving the American a bit of a hassle. And you go and meet your buddy. Well, he's going to become your buddy later in the game, it says. And we're on to the next section now, which is the first heavily action section of the game.
71st German Division, led by Baron von Dorf. The general cheer of the first hours dissipated into the fear of first combat.
Again, it's a simple gameplay. You've just literally got to dodge mortar attacks that are going to be coming in to progress. But like I say, this game is going to be more about the actual experience rather than the gameplay, which is going to be good, like I said. But there we go. There's not mortars, is it? It's artillery shells or whatever they're firing. I'm not up on the World War I weaponry. Just shows how crazy this war was, really. There's your poor commander getting blown to pieces. I mean, running towards those guns must be absolutely terrifying. Shells coming in from all over the shop, bodies littered all over. Oh, that nearly got me. The guy there, I can't remember his name, it probably just said in the narration. Hopefully if you could hear it above my ramblings. I think he's going to be the main villain of the entire game. So poor Emil's being shot. And we don't actually know his fate. But shockingly, Carl, who got deported,
Private Emile Chillon, from the
who's actually
150th Infantry
related, is kind of his father-in-law, is actually part of the German forces. So you've got a family divided there, fighting for different sides.
We shall receive news from him soon. Freddy, originally from America, enlisted voluntarily in the French forces at the start of the war. Behind his bravery, hid a
Here we
man
get introduced really to the second character of the game.
A man with one sole obsession: punish those who had destroyed his life. It was at the Battle of the Marne that Freddy finally picked up the trail of the regiment commanded by Baron von Dorf.
And here we go again. This level, I think, is going to be a bit more a reflection of the overall gameplay of the game there. I mean, you've got to go through using your wire cutters, smash down the barricades. And obviously what you learned in the first section, throwing grenades, comes into play here. Got that first time on the corrupted playthrough that I did. Took me loads of attempts to actually get that to land on there. Kept rolling bloody off. Right, so again, a little puzzle here. We've got the gun emplacement there, which you can't obviously get past because it's fortified. So you've got to work your way around it. Again, it's nothing too. It's not going to, you know, challenge your thinking that much, but it's effective. Now you can go and kill that guy if you want to, but little point really. So you make your way down there. Dynamite's already been planted, presumably by previous forces, so you just gotta complete the, apologies for that, complete the circuit there, and boom. Again, a little puzzle here, how to progress. Again, nothing too taxing really, just chuck a grenade down at that box of dynamite. There is a chapter select as well available, so once you've actually completed all these parts of these chapters, you can just literally go back to the start of them. So missing any collectibles, you can just go back and get them. So again, it's got progression hampered by another gun emplacement. You've got to quickly run up and cut the wires, cut the barbed wire, and run forward, and then double grenade to kill this, well, to get this guy to move on. there he is, doing a runner. And I think it's $11.99 this on Xbox One and Xbox 360. I'm not sure of the PlayStation prices. I can't imagine why they would be any different. Again, there's not going to be much difference, if at all, in terms of the game you're going to get. Obviously, on the Xbox One and 360, the 360 version is going to be only worth 400 game score, while the Xbox One everything's worth 1000 game score. That's going to be a bit of a difference there. It's the first time you actually kill somebody now, or incapacitate somebody. Distract him with a bottle of wine there, and run up, press your X button, and boom, he's down. But yeah, I'm gonna really like this game. This game that you're gonna just play through, and you're just gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be simple enough gameplay that you're not gonna get stuck, I don't think. But the story's gonna be really good, entertaining. And it's going to be well worth the $11.99 price. I'll probably end up buying this game twice, to be honest with you, because if I do like a game, I will buy it on both Xbox One and 360. Obviously, to satisfy my achievement hunting nature. And this is the end of the second part. I think I'll leave the game here after this point.
To support from British forces,
But yeah, it's a really good game. This it's going to be very enjoyable. Looks like from the chapter select screen, I think there's 4 or 5 chapters, and there's obviously multiple parts to each chapter. I'm not sure how long the game will actually be, but it's worth playing, and it's a good game to play with other people watching you as well, because it's, like I say, the story is going to be very thought provoking. And just bring home the harsh realities of what World War I was, really. So we meet up, just briefly now, we'll just meet up with Emil again, who's in a prison camp. There's the, obviously, general or whatever he's called there. And obviously Carl is actually in this camp as well, so they're actually going to probably interact in this level and realise they are on opposing sides. Obviously, how they're going to react to that, I don't know, but it's going to be interesting to find out. But yeah, I thoroughly recommend this game, guys, whatever format you want to get it on. But I'll leave that there for this video. Thanks for watching.